Hey guys, it's Ginger. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a mani for you. I'm trying out some water decals, and before we get started on that though, I just wanted to show you my old manicure here. This has been on for 6 days, and I just wanted to show you the removal process. I have my Peel Off base coat on, and I just want to show you how I remove this and why it lasts so long for me. I do have another video about tips and tricks on how to get this to last longer, and I will link that in the cards above here. But you can see on this finger it started to peel up a little bit on the corner, and as soon as it starts to peel up I pick at it, which is terrible, but I can't help myself. So anyways, once it starts to lift slightly, then it's all pretty much got to come off. But I do wrap the tips. I wrap the tip with the peel off base coat, and I wrap the tips with the gel, and that does help a lot because that's where I get my most wear, is on the tips. So you can see there I had the tip wear, and then I try and just find a little piece to start picking at, and then I can peel the whole thing off usually. So just gonna show you that process right here. It's on there pretty good, as you can see, and it also comes off very well once you get it started. Sorry if you guys can hear a little bit of background noise. My little one is up and running around playing, and she doesn't nap as much for me as she used to, so you might hear her run around in the background. But I'm just showing you the rest of the removal here of this old mani, which I did not want to take off because it was very pretty. I loved it so much. But then we're going to move on to what we're doing today, which are these water decals. This is like a full nail cover water decal. I believe these came from Born Pretty store. I'm not sure. Here is the item number. They were gifted to me, so I'm not sure exactly where they came from. But it's not something I will be purchasing ever for myself because I struggled really hard with these. I didn't love them. So yeah, you'll see that here in just a second. So I sized up which one I thought would look good for my thumb here, which was the third one over. And you see me cutting the wrong one out, which I discover here in just a minute that I did the fourth one over, not the third one. Yeah, it was too small for my thumb, and even the third one over ended up being a little too small. But as soon as I pulled this off the paper, it immediately curled under onto itself, and it was so hard to get it off that I don't know. It's such a struggle, guys. This was horrible to mess with. So I noticed there that it was too small. I was like, okay. So I threw that one away, grabbed the correct size, was more careful pulling it off the paper, placed it on my thumb, and I don't know, I think maybe I had it too wet, and once it dried a little bit better, it was easier to move around. But every time I tried to position it into place, I got another wrinkle, and it was just so horrible to try to get the wrinkles out of. Oh, it was such a struggle. I did not like working with this at all. So eventually I just gave up on the struggle and decided to go in and do the cleanup on it with a little bit of acetone. Yeah, I even struggled with this off camera for a little bit after to try to get it as smooth as I possibly could. And in all my efforts to smooth it out, I ended up putting a hole in it, which I wasn't happy about. You can see the hole right there. But yeah, went in with my acetone, cleaned up the edges, just trying to melt off the extra there, and then clean up around the edges. Yeah, it was quite a bit of a struggle. I wasn't a big fan, and then you can see the gaps on the sides of the nails where it was still a little bit too small. So I did go in and do the rest of my nails to do a full manicure, and I went in with some purple gel polish, and that hid the gaps on the other nail that I end up doing. And also, surprisingly, when I put the top coat on, it did help smooth out some of those wrinkles and make them a lot less visible. There's still a few there, but the top coat really helped a lot to make it look much better. So the gel top coat I would definitely recommend on that. It made it look a lot better, and you can see the gaps here. So I went in with a light purple color to kind of match the decals a little bit, which worked really well. That made it so much less noticeable on the gaps. So I did light lilac and I did sky melt from Madam Glam. Light lilac is just a regular cream polish, and the sky melt is from their diamond collection. I painted the light lilac on all the rest of the nails, and then I did the sky melt as a glitter fade on 2 of the nails, and on the ring finger I did it as a full nail, but I left it kind of sparse so you could see the purple come through, which was really pretty. I loved the combination of these 2 colors together. And then I did the middle finger with the water decal. I did that off camera. I did it a little bit more dry this time, so it wasn't so wet. I didn't soak it as long, and it did help, but I did still struggle tremendously with this. And there are still some gaps on the sides, which I'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, all in all, I don't love working with these full nail water decals. I do like the small ones where you can just put like a single butterfly here or there. Those are really easy to work with, but these I did not find easy to work with, and this was my first try doing it. I don't love them. I probably won't mess with them much in the future, but still a pretty mani in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.